I could be really cheeky and really mean.
Trained him well.
Nice.
First I'm going to fall off the steps. I do not like that. Be taking Jordan's job. Neutral for days. Doing it all cack-handed. Reuben, why are you staring at me so dead, them dead eyes? He's struggling with that earning key, isn't he?
I just like work to a really high standard.
It's like Dirty Harry. Oh, that hit! Welcome back, guys. Me and Reuben are here in Basildon. Actually got a really simple install today. So we're in the garage, a fuse board's up here, and literally they just want the charger here next to the garage door. So I'm going to let Reuben do all of this one. When I started off, I wasn't as lucky as Reuben to have sort of any good guidance. So I'm going to let him, hands on the tools, everything start to finish. I'll let him make the decisions, and I'll just guide him if I think he should change anything or if there's a better way of doing something. It's just good practice for him, and yeah, hopefully we've got time and he can do the paperwork as well.
Let's do it.
Right, so this board's one of them ones where the whole front of the board cover comes off.
Right. So
we don't want to gland into that cover because then you're not going to be able to get it off. But luckily there's a nice bit of trunking up here, so I think if we bring the cable up and along, as long as you gland into that, then there's still access into the board. And then yeah, I'll let you do what you want with the run, and yeah, just ask me if you've got any questions or anything.
Cool. So the other day I read a comment that said for the hypervolts, instead of like measuring every single hole, flip it upside down because it's the same width apart. Put it upside down, mark your holes, and then you can just hang it up and mark the bottom ones. I just thought I'd share that with you because not everyone will read that comment, but it's a good tip.
Nice.
So I've just marked out 120 from the ground and 140 to the ground, because even though there's no control panel on here, and I'm pretty sure the control panel has got to be between 120 and 140, I think.
If it's got a display on the screen,
right,
or if it's got a screen on the front,
yeah,
120 to 140,
right.
And if it hasn't got a screen, it can be 0.75 to 120.
Ah, okay.
But I like to keep it about 120 to 140 anyway, because I just think it's a nice height.
Yeah, I was going to say it might just be good practice to just like get used to doing it at that height, really.
Hey, big boy. Good job you had the glasses on. It's like Dirty Harry.
Mate, Max is getting shook right now.
Oh, that hit! There's no point me even filling this out. Let Reuben do it away. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. What height did you do it at?
The top of it is 140.
Yeah? Okay. And then if you come down, do like a nice loop. Well, actually, no. You tell me, what was you going to do?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to come out, up behind these, behind the pipes, obviously, into there, as you said, and then down. And
then what are you going to put in the board?
The CBO that we've got. Yeah,
cool. Show them so there's builders inside the house. Show them their locking off skills.
Oh yeah. Look at this. Oh mate, I could be really cheeky and really mean, turn them back on, but we don't do that here.
Trained him well. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So yeah, you're right. Just do a nice. What I usually do.
Yeah.
If you sort of hold that up, see how much you want.
Yeah.
Strip that first. I mean, we might have to warm that up a bit. Strip that first, and then I usually put that in the gland, and then from there you can work out your bend.
Yeah.
So you might want to come up sort of maybe this that line, cement line. Yeah, I mean we might have to change them tails anyway, but we'll have to take that whole door off because garage fitters have left the door on, fitted the garage door, and you can't get into the incoming supply, so might have to get it out with some tools and just take it off. Yeah, I'll just let you crack on then.
Nice.
Nice.
Where's your little stripping tool? I haven't used this yet.
So, with this,
Yeah.
if you turn this dial, it brings the blade out.
Right, yeah.
And puts it in. So if you hold it up, you can see how deep that blade will go through the first sheathing. I haven't got my heat gun on it. You can rub it if you want, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, if you go round, all the way around, that will do the cut round it.
Yeah.
And then when you turn the handle, that will turn the blade long ways.
Right.
So then you turn the blade, and then you'll go along, and that will do a cut along.
Right.
And then you'll be able to pull the outer sheath off.
Cool. Nice.
I'll get out your way.
Way.
Just doing it all cack-handed.
Yeah.
If you turn around and do it so you're pushing it away from you.
Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, wait. Did I cut it? Yeah.
And then hold it where you've done the sort of hold either side.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's right. You might need to just strip a little bit more after, but you might as well pull that bit off.
Cool.
So if you like bend it a bit, and then you should be able to pull that.
Yeah.
But it's not easy when it's a bit cold. The plastic on it just goes really hard and sort of brittle. So, like a banana.
Don't know what bananas you're having, mate.
Peel it like a banana, mate.
Oh yeah, possibly a banana. Oh, while you're at it, the ergo strip as well.
So we decided we're going to upgrade the tails, stick a main isolator in there, and we might even have to get the DNO out to change the fuse. So I'm going to have to take this door off, but at least it gives me something to do while Reuben's doing the car charger, so we're going to get the bits for that.
It fits on the smaller installation, but it just doesn't tighten on the actual black bit.
Yeah, I had this the other day, but it wasn't a grey one. It was a black one. If you want to go into things,
like that goes over the black fine.
Yeah, as I say.
Like here.
Yeah, so if you stick that bit on first.
Yeah.
They are really tight on these ones for some reason.
Because I just couldn't get the black bit in that bit there.
So there's like a rubber insert inside that.
Oh, okay.
I'll strip a bit more of the white,
Yeah.
strip it down to like there. Why would someone do this?
I say whip out the angle, Rhino. Tip, when you're cutting cable, always use your apprentice's croppers. Where the hell is the cut? Oh, this is a giant. My apprentice, the huge hands. What the hell? My goodness. Cut that. Cut that out, Nathan.
The R1R2's 0.00. So I was going to let Reuben do all the paperwork, but rather than me just stand about, Reuben, why are you staring at me so dead, them dead eyes?
I can't start drilling while you're talking.
Right, I'm going to get the paperwork ready, and then I'll just talk him through it just to save a bit of time. And then, yeah, I think we're going to upgrade the tails as well and put an isolator in the meter cupboard. But I know you see it in one of Corey's videos, but I actually paid for this one out of my own hard-earned money, and I think it's a great bit of kit for your test equipment. Chuck some paperwork under there if you want. This bit's good. Stick all like your labels. On-site guide, ferret. Stick a few tools in there, and then you can put literally your tester in, all your leads, all nice and like soft to protect it. And you got like loads of pockets for all your leads and different bits and pieces. Just yeah, nice to keep everything all in one rather than the hard cases that you carry your testers around in. But yeah, worth the money I think, because shout out to whoever, what was it, Nick Bundy, that had it up on his channel. Yeah, good bit of kit, Velocity. Look at him sneakily trying to get me singing. Taking liberties. Liberties. Oh look, if only Hager gave you that much neutral. Neutral for days. Take note, Hager. Good thing to do is stick a bit of wood in, so when you drill through, you go into the wood and nut all the cables.
Right, okay.
Luckily, there's a big skip here.
Oh, going skip diving again?
Before you drill, let me get a stuffing gland, because you want to make sure you drill it far enough that you can get the lock ring on the inside.
Oh, right, yeah.
So if you drill it too close to the wall, you won't be able to screw it in.
Cool. This tip is sponsored by Lee. He suggested that I put some wood here so that when I drill through, I obviously don't hit any cables.
Screw that to get the other bit in. What if I want to go toilet? Everyone's going to hear me. Right next to the fuse board. Come on, this will be great for the blooper video.
Boom.
Well, it's good because letting him do everything, I don't have to. No, but seriously, it's good if you make mistakes, then that's the only way you really learn from them. So it's good, because I remember when I was younger and starting off, you do stuff and then you're like, oh man, why did I do that? But then next time you go to do it, it's always in the back of your head and you just won't do it again. So yeah, when there's time on a job like this, it's just nice to let him have a go and see how he gets on, and he'll just get better every time. So he's ignored everything I said and made his first mistake.
I mean,
how are you going to fix this one? First I'm going to fall off the steps. How do I fix this?
got to stick with it, right, at this point?
Well, that's...
What do you reckon?
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Is it not cut all the way through? I guess it don't help with this. Is that what... Was you trying to get that out? Heads or tails?
Mate, which one is heads?
Heads or tails? Heads we go home. Tails we stay and do the work. Oh, that didn't really work.
Oh, it's heads, isn't it?
Oh,
Max,
let's
looks
go
like you're finishing off.
yeah, Max. Do you want a tip before you pull it all through?
Yep.
If you hold it up where it's going to go into the stuffing gland,
Yeah.
and then strip it, and then pull it in,
Okay.
because you don't want to... It's going to be hard to strip around all them cables in the trunking.
Yeah.
And also it saves you pulling it behind them pipes, pulling it back out. So if you just hold it up by eye, make a mark, strip it all, and then when you pull it in, it's done then.
I'm just thinking, because I've drilled a hole here for a clip, and I was gonna obviously put a clip there, but I can't bring the cable out far enough to get a clip in there. So I might either get away with just putting this one in, getting a nice little bend on it, or a bit of a tough one. It's quite tight behind these pipes, so I'm not sure if I'll get another clip in there. Either way, it should look all right. Without that even being held, it's still nice and straight, even though this isn't done yet, but Yeah, I just thought I'd explain what I'm thinking to the camera.
I was like, oh, I've got to turn the power off in about half hour, change the tails and that. And I just went, oh, is there a time that's good for you? I'll turn it off. And he was like, yeah, about 4:30. I was like, damn, I wish I didn't ask. He's struggling with that Anakin, isn't he? I feel like giving him a hand, but you know, this is his install, so.
So I've just wrapped up the cable to see where the actual like charger end lands, because we're obviously going to put up the holster. So I'm thinking either there or there. I'm leaning towards this wall just because it's nicer to be able to just do that instead of, you know, it's a bit awkward that side, so can do it there, I think.
Yeah, I reckon if you do your side first, and then I'll do the tails. If you leave that data cable up there, because you're gonna put it onto the CT clamp, back out of there and onto the tails, which I'm probably gonna bring into there. I can turn all the power off, then you can work in the board knowing it's dead, and I could probably do that at the same time, depending if we can get on the steps.
Nice. Yeah, someone said national insurance.
Oh, actually, does that turn? Oh, it does.
So on Hypervolt, there's a little dial in there with, I think it's 1 to 9 or 0 to 9, and it's just to set the grid limit. So I'm going to set it to 60 amps, and that's number 6, I think. So there's no spare ways on this. Well, there is a spare way actually, but there's no spare breakers in the board yet. So we've got this nice one. Just gonna put it in this slot here.
Try drop the buzz bar, and then see if you can clip it in, and then put the buzz bar in after if it's been a struggle.
Yeah, it's like,
you know, if it's been a little.
Whoever put these on are like proper gone for it.
Putting your back into it.
Come on, then. Show us how it's done. LB.
It's really like the length of these neutrals.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
So when you put this on, that's got a hook. See, there's like a lip.
Yeah.
What's that hook on?
Oh, is that bonding going to be in the way?
Probably.
I think as long as my first board looks better than that, I think I can live with myself.
What's wrong with that board?
Oh, nothing. I just like work to a really high standard, you know.
We didn't undo this one, did we?
No.
Or did you?
Oh wait, no. Yeah, we did.
Simplest of jobs, putting the brake on.
I was literally just about to say.
This job should have taken like a couple of hours, and everything's just been hard work. Okay, so this, I mean, you might want to get the bootlace ferrule. So that's your incoming neutral bar. That's the bar for this RCD section.
Right.
That's the bar for this RCD section. So because this is an RCBO and it's before the two RCDs, you don't want it on them two neutrals.
Right.
So this will go onto that neutral bar. So you can either go along, put it in, or you could always cut it down and put a bootlace ferrule on it. And then you've got your live and your neutral in here. So your live and your neutral from the charger, dress them in, maybe leave a bit of slack because I'd imagine this board will get changed soon. Bend them round nice into there, and then obviously your earth bar's all the same, so just do it as number 2 on the earth bar.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'll let you put that away.
Yeah.
It's all dead, and then you can connect the data up.
Oh yeah.
And we'll take the CT clamp out the side, clamp it onto the live, and then yeah, finish the testing.
I'll move this over to the third, and then put this in the second.
It depends how they've done it, whether they've done one across or whether they've done one across.
It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it?
I mean, I'll just stick it in the spare one for now. You can see what cable it is,
Yeah, that's true.
rather than muck around all the other cables that are existing. plug test. Yeah. Look, I do not like that. But they're all broken off inside. So next, give that a little strip. Maybe just leave a little bit of slack in there. Maybe cut it about there. These CT clamps on the desk. Take that through the stuffing gland. Connect it up. I think I've used the blue and the blue-white. Dress it down nice. Maybe even cable tight to our cable there. And we'll put the CT clamp onto this bottom one. Don't know why there's a bit of blue tape on there. Yeah, that bottom one's alive, so we'll clamp onto there. Other than that, yeah, that's all in. That's best. I mean, what do you do on a board that messy? Yeah.
0.17.
Yep, PFC.
1484.
The test button on the RCBO, yeah? All fine, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so on the paperwork, so this section you've just got job details like address and stuff. Is it new, addition to the installation or an alteration? And then you've got a little box where you can write what you've done. So we've just put new circuit installed within the existing consumer unit to supply the EV charger. And then if you flick through, type of premises, so is it a house, is it commercial property, is it industrial? What tester we've used to test, comments on the existing installation, so have you found anything wrong, have you come across anything while you've been doing the work. System of earthing, so the cable that comes into the building, if it's a TNS, the earth will be separate from the cable, or it'll be coming off the sheath.
Yeah.
If it's combined, it will be, you know where it goes into the block where the fuse is, you'll have an earth coming out of that.
Right.
So that's a TNCS or a PME. And in TT, that will be, you know, if it was working out in like a farm or something, and you've got an earth rod going into the ground, and that will be going up to your fuse board.
Right.
IT, you don't really come across. Where your main switch is, so ours is in the consumer unit. Is the gas and the water bonded? Is there any other bonds like structural steel or oil or anything? And then it also asks for your ZE and PFC of the board. Okay, so the next part is schedule of inspection. So that's your tick sheet, and you literally just go through it and tick what's applicable. Service, supply, so is it in a good condition, is anything broken, all that sort of stuff. You go through parallel or alternate supply, so there's not on this case, so it's just NA. You just read through them all, and because this is a car charger, on your special locations we tick that one.
Right.
That's pretty much it. So the more you do it, it'll probably be good when we've got some time.
Yeah.
We'll just sort of stand with you and you can sort of fill it out next to us, and then sometimes it'll be faster, especially on bigger jobs. If one of us is caught up in a board doing something, we can say, oh, could you start getting some of the paperwork ready?
Yeah.
Even if you just filled out some of the easy bits, it's just things that will save time.
Cool.
So that's all that done. And then we've done the EV comply, took the pictures, so yeah. So might as well go show them the car charger.
So we've got the customer to plug in this car now, still working fine. Proved to be a little bit more of an awkward job today than we thought of, but it's gone all right. Obviously, charger's here, just gone up into the board, trunk in, sorry, then dropped into the board. Yeah, it's been good practice for me. Lee's guided me along the way.
Alright, that's it guys. So all done for today. We're going to head back up to Cambridge. And how did you think your first proper full-on charger? I mean, you've done all of it really.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty good. It's a lot different to obviously just like helping out when you're doing most of the work, but yeah, it's good practice for me.
yeah, it was good to do just a small one that, I mean, it was close to the board. But at least, you know, when you do a longer one, it's exactly the same. It's just sometimes you have to be a bit creative with your route of how you're getting from A to B. But I think you should be proud of what you've done. I mean, a few little bits you could have done differently, but for a first time, yeah, I think it was a good effort. And
cool.
Be taking Jordan's job.
Yeah.
I've got a charger to do on my own tomorrow. Reuben's not in. But I think definitely going forward, he can take on a little bit more responsibility, and he'll just get better quicker. And then especially now that he's done 3 days at college, it's just good. While he's doing the theory side, doing a bit more practical, they just both link, and he'll just learn a lot quicker. So on to the next one.